unmuted.
Now
Good morning. There's like this echo that comes through on your end. It was good. How are you?
it's doing good. Long night last night, but well worth it. It was a lot of fun. And
Good.
now back first thing in the morning.
You're all dressed up. You look all dressed up.
Well, work later today.
Oh, well, there
Later.
you go.
There you go. I didn't want to do it twice.
Awesome. So are you excited for our guest today?
Yes, I am. I'm very excited for our special guest today. Is he here now?
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Here.
I guess you can only see him in the background.
Oh, I guess so, because I'm the host.
Yes.
Yeah, he's waving.
Hello. Hello, our special guest.
We'll bring him on in just a minute, but I just want to gosh, I'm sweating. Is anybody I'm sweating.
No, I'm cold. Then again, I'm in the ice box is what I call it.
I like your sign in the back, by the way.
Huh?
I like your sign in the back.
Oh. Do you see what it is when I teach?
Oh, that's fun.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Subliminal messaging while I'm teaching.
That's too funny. Good morning, everyone. This is Angela Marie in the morning. Welcome this morning, and
I love
our special guest, Danny.
No. If it was,
but
Danny,
it starts with
Rachel
a DA.
Huh? I would love it if Danny was ever our special guest. Then again, I don't think I could really. I don't know how I'd handle that. Poor Danny, he'd be like, "Dude, you can't even."
Every show has Danny in it.
Is that really a bad thing?
I don't
like enough with Danny.
Oh my gosh.
Good
morning, everyone. How are you? Carissa's on. Good morning, Carissa. Good morning, Alicia.
She did say that she was going to say good morning this morning. Good morning, Carissa. I can't even talk British. I tried.
She was up early doing school, actually, which was shocking.
Good job, Carissa. I'm very proud of you.
She goes, I have one more question left on this one subject. I'm going to watch the show and get back to school. She loves the flexibility.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to have Sienna actually do next year is we're going to try the cyber and see how it works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I saw it work with Carissa, how she's doing. I said, you know what? It's going to work with Sienna too. Says, and I've seen it. And I see how well she's doing. Why not try it for 1 year and see what happens? And Sienna was all for it when we told her about it.
So for all the people that have seen our show from last year when you were anti-homeschool, Sienna doesn't learn like that to, you know what? I think I'm going to try
it. Yes, we really are. There's just been a lot of things happening for over the past year, I'm going to say, with the school that she's attending. And yes, it's really good. It's just there's a lot of things that have trickled in that I think it's best for homeschooling right now.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. Oh, good morning, Doug. Good morning. Good morning. Doug is in the house. I love it, Doug is in the house.
So you were with Doug last night.
Yes, I was supporting him. He did an amazing job last night. He really did. He nailed it. He did as he says, fantastic job.
It doesn't surprise me. Hey, Doug, it doesn't surprise me. He always nails it. He's awesome.
And I love how he always speaks truth and power. It's amazing. And the candidates who got up before him,
well,
yeah. One of them, we won't mention who, just always seems to want to bash him. And that's not something that I tolerate. So luckily, I was around others who were like, Rachel, don't say anything. It's like, don't attack somebody when you're just spreading lies. I hate that. Like, why do candidates have to do that?
It's ridiculous. I know. I agree. Speaking of, it's about 6 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time we bring our special guest on.
Definitely.
We welcomed everybody on.
Maybe we should bring on the other guest. Hint, hint. Who's watching?
Well, just 4 people on here.
Thought I'd throw it out there. He knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Sometime I think we have to, for sure. If we have to clear it with him.
Yes. There's a lot of channels to go through now.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So This morning, I titled it "Actions Speak Louder Than Words" or something like that, or I
Mhm.
don't know. It was about action, and that words are just words, actions are just actions. And I titled it that way because there's a certain person that his actions have spoken louder than words.
Mhm.
Since 2020, we have I've known this person, and I know a lot of people probably know if you saw the tag, but for those of you who don't know, um, we met during the shutdown of 2020. He was one of the first people that I met
Mhm.
during that time. We spent a lot of time on the phone. We supported a small business together.
Mhm.
We fought together, and then of course, we started, expanding our circle, and he, went a different way. But I'll tell you what, this person has been a huge inspiration in my life and what he's been able to accomplish. He has founded the defying the business defying the governor, opening businesses, defying the governor. If I said that backwards, I'm
There
sorry.
you go. And he got an endorsement from the man
Yeah,
himself, Doug
and
Mastriano,
he
and
got
said
an
he is.
endorsement, yes, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna let him share that, because he is running. And did I think back in 2020 that this would be, he's going to run for a position and to be able to help our state in the state of Pennsylvania. But it essentially, when you help Pennsylvania, you're helping the nation, because we are the Keystone State for a reason. But
Mhm.
it's none other than our amazing, incredible friend and brother,
And brother, big brother.
Dave Galowski.
Hello, big bro.
Good
Morning.
morning, ladies. How are you?
Good.
Good.
How are
How are
you?
you?
I'm good. Good morning, Doug. Thank you for tuning in today. I
He knew
appreciate
you were going to be on.
it.
No.
Well, yeah, he endorsed me.
Yes, he
Doug
did.
Daniels endorsed me as well. What a journey! What a time it has been. Look at where we're at now. Look at people running, standing up, taking a stand, but out against the 20-year politician.
Mhm.
We have the next governor listening in here. Uh, I'll tell you. I even mentioned to him, I think it was a month ago when we talked on the phone when I reached out for the endorsement. I said, could you have ever thought where would we be today? Today, you know,
Yeah.
today, we're in a campaign running for state rep in the 5th district in PA in Berks County.
Mhm.
Um, I like my odds. I like my chances. Um, I will say this as I go and I do speaking engagements, I learn every time. Um, what really burns me up the most is the ones who are coming out now. And I know Doug has spoke about stuff like this when he speaks to, uh, we're for small businesses. We're for the, you know, if I had a penny, not a dime, not a nickel, if I had a penny for every time some of these people come out, these politicians come out to say, we stood for small, I don't remember most of these people standing anywhere at a rally, at a small business, at anywhere. I can definitely say I know who was, and I know Doug was there. I can
Mhm.
definitely say that. Can I say that for this people right here in Berks County? No. I had to go to Chambersburg. I had to go seek Doug. I had to go seek outside of Berks County to get recognition, to get help, to say, hey, I want help in my own county. What are we going to do? And Doug was a frontline
Yes.
supporter, and he took phone calls from anybody who reached out. Um, and he would reach out, he would ask, I'll tell you, are you okay, do you need anything, how are things going, hang in there, brother, things are going to, we're going to make differences, things are going to change. What a 2 years, I'll tell you. What a 2 years. What a 2 years. Not just, standing up for small businesses, the little guy, but schools too,
Yep.
schools. We jumped off of small businesses because we got what we needed May 18th last year. We got what we needed. We got the governor stripped of his powers. You know, uh, and so who knew that they were going to attack our children? Nobody knew this. I wouldn't even thought that in my wildest dream, that while we were protecting small businesses, they were going after schools. They were going after kids. Um, so we hopped right onto that. We switched gears over at Pennsylvania Open of Businesses Defying the Governor. That's how you actually say. That's how you say it.
See, he told you.
Yeah.
It's long. It's long. I know. I get a lot of flack for that. Why is the name so long of this grassroots group? But, when things come to your mind and it happens, it just happens, and you have to just go with it. And it
Yeah.
did. So yeah, we were on the front lines. We stood up for small businesses. We stood up. We stood with Doug. Doug stood with us. There were certain representatives that stood up with us as well. Not a lot. There weren't many, and there were definitely none around here in Berks County that were, yeah, hey, come to my office, and I'll come in and stand with these people. But they say it now, and when they get up and they speak, and how they go to certain meetings, and they're saying, "I'm for the worker, I'm for the small business, buddy." I didn't see you in 2 years. I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you in a school board. I haven't seen you stick with a school PAC and go to one of the. I know that there was people who called certain representatives in this Berks County area, and they set up meetings. The representative didn't show up, but the secretary was there to help you. I'm sorry, but you were elected, not the secretary. That's your job. Whether you're available or not. If you knew there was a meeting, this is important to the parents. It's their children. And, maybe you don't have kids that are in school, but they do. And they're voters. So they count. If you're not willing to, and then, here's another thing. They say they're for voter integrity. This is a big thing. I know it is with Doug as well as it is with me. Audit the vote. Half of these people and these representatives and senators don't even know who these audit the vote people are. They don't know Tony. They don't, they don't even know, hey, where were you 2 years ago when, Berks County, right here in Berks County, we had commissioners, nothing here to see, move along. We're good. There's nothing wrong with our machines. Guys, there's a big problem here. Nobody, the guy that my opponent is, he had 2 years to say, look, guys, you ought to audit this. There's a problem here with these machines. You ought to look at this. Not a word. Okay, now he says it. This is the problem with these career politicians. They backpedal. Oh, I didn't, that's not what it meant. That's not, yeah, buddy, look, when we were at an audit the vote meeting, I go right up to Tony and I talk to her. You know why? I know who she is. Do you know why I know who she is? I signed on to her petition to decertify. I'm running I have a campaign going on. These guys won't do it. You know why? They're scared. They're afraid. They don't want backlash. From who? From who? From Brian Cutler, maybe?
Right.
So what? You have a voice. You use it. You're elected in the district, in the area that you are, to be their voice, not to ask leadership what it is that what are you going to do about this? No. How are you going to vote? How are you going to go? No, you're up there to tell them this is what we want. Same thing with property taxes. You're not up there to go to them to say, well, what do you want to do about it? I'll have to look at you and say, hey, buddy, if that's what you want to do. Yeah. Okay. No. You're elected to be the voice in your district. Okay.
Yep. That's right.
I phoned phone calls that the representative here should have been phoning. I was at PAC meetings with parents. I was in small businesses, not just in my county. Okay. Across this state. I went across this state, and I didn't get a dime for it. We did it on our own. My team, we did it on our own. We did it for the purposes of doing what was right. And Doug did it on his time, his own time as well. He doesn't have to call and reach out to you to say, you okay? Things fine. How you making out? But he did that. You know why? He'll call you and pray with you. Okay. That's what he'll do. He's a good guy. I mean, this is the guy that, is going to be our next governor. This is our next governor, and Teddy's going to be our next lieutenant governor. These guys are going to take the fight, and they're going to carry it on. And when people like me are standing up now with there's not just me. Look, guys, there's a flood of like me out there. There's a flood of people that are sick and tired of the career politician, the ones that are standing up that are saying we're for right to life, and then they go out and they fund the University of Pittsburgh for their fetal tissue experiments. Okay, that's not right to life. Okay,
Exactly.
they're for your right to bear arms. Okay, then what are you voting for red flag laws for? Okay, so how's that how's that putting up your Second Amendments? Okay, you're for election integrity, but you don't even know the people that are pushing for it. Okay, you don't even know. You have no idea. So how could you say that these are all the things you are for now? But see, you're in election year, so these guys come out and they say, I'm for all these things. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. What I'm doing. I co-signed on to this. I helped out with it. You pushed it through because we the people were pushing you guys to do it. I can remember Senator Mastriano saying, "You guys are going to have to push. You guys have to push. You guys are going to be the ones who have to do it." So we do it, and we push them. And then these guys who really didn't want to do anything, they say, "Well, yeah, I signed on to that."
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, you didn't have a choice. If you wouldn't have signed on to the things like what happened in May 18th in 2021, you would have been out anyway. Okay, the time to dither, as Doug would say, is over. The dithering part is over. This is done. You know, we're gonna get in there. We're gonna fight. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna work with Doug. We're gonna work with Teddy. We're gonna turn this state around. We're gonna make it back to the people. The people are going to have the state, not the establishment, not the politician that's got people like the Chamber of Commerce in their pocket that want to fill their pockets full of donations and stuff like that. We don't have that. We have people. We have boots and heels on the ground. We have people. People are more better than having dollars. Okay, because when you have people, you have an army, and once you have that army, you have voters. And once you listen to them and bring their voice like I have for 2 years, you're going to take that. We're going to take it to Harrisburg. And we're going to be the voice. And we're going to speak up. So I like the way things have shaped up. Had I saw myself running for this seat, I saw myself running for something. Did I see myself running for a State House of Representative seat? Maybe. Who knows? But here we are. I mean, things are good. Life is good. God is good. I surrounded myself with good people. I surround myself with good endorsement people. Can't say enough about the Senator, Doug, and I can't say enough about Teddy. Teddy's going to be here in Berks County on Sunday from 3 to 5. We're bringing him into West Reading. He's gonna have his own meet and greet here. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see all the people show up to come out and meet Teddy.
That's awesome. And when we actually go out to vote, I like actually how you said that. So we have to remember who is there for us since day one, who has been out there on the front lines, who has been out there speaking to us, who has been out there actually showing with actions. And when you go and see those names on the ballot, if you can't answer yes to a single one of those people on the ballot, except for one, which I'm speaking about you, Dave, you're the one that's been out there. You're the one that's been outspoken. You're the one that's been fighting on the front line since day one.
Right.
If they don't do that and their vote doesn't match to the person who is out there, who has been outspoken and fighting for us, what are you thinking? I mean, in all honesty, that shows you're going to take action once you're in the house, plain and simple. Right. If you're doing action before you're in the house, you're going to create change once you're in the house. And that's what people need to see.
Right. And like I said before, we'll work. I know a few other good House representatives up there that we're going to work well with. There's some good ones out there now that are running to get in, that are somewhat like me, that we can work with, that I've talked to already. That I think. Did you know that Mike Dano is running?
Really? Yes. I didn't know that.
He filed on Monday, as well as when I did. He's running. I'm excited for Mikey. With getting involved with Mikey in the rallies and stuff like that we did with Doug in 2020, 2021. Mikey's a good guy. I mean, he's down there in the Delco area, so it's going to be exciting to see. I said to him the other night when I talked to him, I said, so how are you, Mr. State Representative? He goes, I'm good. How are you, Mr. I said, you see that in the Capitol, us shaking hands in there saying, hey, Mr. State Representative, how are you? Look at that. Freedom fighters actually making a difference, doing good, working with our senators and our representatives that are good on for good, not the ones that are there just to say, "Hey, when's lunch and where are we going for dinner?" You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We want the ones that were with us when we started this journey. These are fighters. There's good fighters. I mean, Doug has surrounded himself with good fighting people.
Mhm.
These people, like myself, are taking a stand and we're stepping up and we're saying, it's got to end. It's got to end. It's got to end now. We were made promises before the election in 2020 that when they were talking about COVID coming, oh, we're going to fight for your restaurants. We're going to keep you open. We're going to make sure that we do everything we can. I'm not going to allow it to happen. What happened? They let us all down.
That's right.
They let us all down. They ended up leaving us to the ones that wanted to fight, like Doug. They put us in the streets. They made us go. They made us meet with store owners and business owners at night in different places, where all business owners could gather up and they could figure out, okay, what do we need to do to stay open? You know, really, in this day and age, we had to go back to 1776.
Yeah.
Really, this is what we had to do. We had to go into our little secluded areas so that we could hide from people. Come on, really, this is a newer age. We shouldn't have to hide. Our politicians that we're in should have been saying, this is not right, this is wrong, you can't do this, you got to stand up and fight. But most of them went home and hid. They hid, and they were like, oh, you got to mask up, you can't go out, oh my God. What, just like Doug calls it out, super spreaders. We're the super spreaders. We're going to get everybody sick. You know what?
And we're still here.
We're still here. Knock on wood. I haven't gotten sick yet. Okay. Not haven't gotten sick yet. Okay.
And you have been out everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. And I'm telling you, I haven't gotten it. My daughter has been with me through this fight as well. And she has not been sick.
Yeah.
Here's another one. She started out in this journey. She was 12. She'll be 15 this year. Okay. What an education. What an education. All the great people she got to meet that stood up with us. The people she got to meet. She got to meet Doug. Oh, how many times, You want to get your picture taken with Doug? Yes, I want to get my picture taken with. Everybody wants to get their picture taken with Doug. Why wouldn't my daughter? Every time we go somewhere, is Doug going to be here? Because I want to see. Yeah, Doug will be here. You can say hi, get your photo taken with your buddy Doug.
Awesome.
And that speaks actual volumes, just to expand on that, on his reach. It's not just to people our age and older, right. It's to the younger generation. Yes. It's to kids who are being impressed by this man. They're paying attention.
And we got to go to Gettysburg with Doug in August of 2020. And my 2 out of the 3 of my kids went and they loved it. It was such an experience. And it wasn't just walking the grounds of Gettysburg. It was really just seeing how Doug interacts with people and the way that he loves people and the way that he loves God and his country and the fighter that is inside of him. And it's about freedom. It's about freedom of choice. It's about being able to really interact with the people. And there are 0 politicians. I can't stand politics. And I'll tell you to this day, most people are like, oh, I didn't think you liked politics. I don't. I hate politics. I can't stand them. I don't like politicians. I don't like any of that. But there comes a point in time when we have to realize that it's not about politics. It's about freedom. What our country was founded on. It's about choice. It's about living a life of freedom and what our country was founded on. Why do you think people move here from other countries that are full of socialism and communism? Because we are free.
Right.
And the people that were like, oh, well, mask up and all about COVID. I am not discounting that people got sick. I just want to throw that out there.
Right.
One of our close friends has died. But not because of COVID, but because of the protocols that these hospitals took.
Yeah.
I get, people get sick, but it wasn't that bad. People were dying of COVID that didn't even die of COVID. People were labeled that. I know I'm going to get censored on here. I don't care. I don't care anymore. You want to censor truth, censor truth. It's whatever. We find a way to get out there. You can't censor us publicly. The reality is that it becomes a point in time when it's not about that. It's really just about standing up for our rights. Power and control is exactly what they want to do. Their agenda is bigger than you could ever think or even imagine right now.
Right.
And it's our job to stand up. And we're standing up and being your voices. So for those that are completely against freedom, I feel sorry for you. And you might not want to be in the United States. And that's how I feel.
Right. No, that, it's pretty well said there. It's I think what you're going to see now in this election, in the primary, is a lot of incumbents going to get booted out, and you're going to see a lot of the people who made their stance 2 years ago coming to light. You're going to see a lot of those people. If you look around in the areas when election time is, and you read in the paper after the primary is over, and look at the names and go down the list to see who's there, you're gonna see a lot of names that you're gonna recognize over the past 2 years that have come to the forefront, that are true fighting patriots, that are just tired of what we went through with this last governor. It's enough. Enough is enough. So what you're going to see is good people getting in, good people getting elected, and good people working with the governor and the lieutenant governor that are going to make a difference, that are for the people, that are actually going to say, we've had enough. Now it's time to let the people actually have their say, and let the people decide where we're going to go. Okay, let's talk to them and find out, are you guys happy right now? Are you happy with taxes? Are you happy with property taxes? Are you happy with the way schools are? Are you happy with the way you were treated? Are you happy with the high prices of gas? These are a lot of things that Doug is addressing. Now, Doug is a great strategist, and I know him. And when I say I know him, I can say I know him. We are friends. I know Doug.
Yeah.
He is going to have stuff in place. He's going to have great things coming when he takes office as governor. He's going to have things that he's going to bring to the Senate and the House and say, look at these great things. And, we'll look at them and I'll be like, man, I knew this was coming, guys. I could have seen, look at this stuff. He's going to change this state. Look at the natural resources that we have here, and look at the cost, and look at how we're not using them right. Look at what we're doing. And we're seeping at the dam right now. How many more holes is it going to take before the dam bursts, with the way it is now? But Doug seems to be the guy who says, look, we're not just going to patch this dam, but put a whole new one up behind it, in front of it, and then we're going to let that one go down. And that's what we need. We don't
and it takes a team of people. It's not just about Doug.
Right.
Doug Mastriano and Teddy Daniels running for, they get the seat as governor, as lieutenant governor. It's also about the House and the Senate, which is, again, exactly why you're running for state representative.
You have to have people that want to see these guys succeed. You have to have people in there that aren't going to say, wait a second, what's in it for me? I have this lousy bill here that's a no good, rotten thing, but I'll give you my vote if you vote for this no good, rotten thing, like putting stickers back on license plates. Okay, that's going to cost taxpayers $6 million more a year. We're saving $6 million. Why would we spend $6 million? Okay, but if you put this in there, I'll sign on to this. How about no? How about you just do the right thing and don't worry about this stupid stuff that you have that you want to pass? It's time to do the right thing. And the right thing is, let's get our senator in there as governor. Let's get Teddy in there as lieutenant governor. Let's move forward. Let's get these good people that are good patriots that are running for senators and representative seats. Let's get them in. It's time for action. Just like you said, action is over. It's time. I mean, action is time. It's time to stop talking about it. They talk and they dither and they dither and they dither and they don't do. Okay. There's a difference between talking and doing. Okay. Let's do more now. let's not worry about naming the bridges and all that stuff. Let's worry about that when we get the work done. The work
Right.
needs to get done. The sleeves need to get rolled up, and you have to put the time in to get it done. Okay, and this is what we need to do now. The people in this state can't afford to keep putting people in that say, "Well, give me 2 more years, and then maybe I'll retire." No, the time is now. You can retire now. Let's move forward. Let's put people in here who wanted to take action and get things done, and help our governor and help our lieutenant governor make this a better state for everybody to live in.
Exactly.
But
And you actually hit on some of the key points Doug was talking about last night at the event in Malvern. And he basically stated he wants to surround himself with basically us, more or less, people who are going to support him, people who are going to support what we stand for. And he's not going to let anybody else who is going to get in the way of
Right.
that.
Right.
And what actually, when he was started talking about this and surrounding himself with people who were like-minded, I immediately thought about you. I immediately thought about Mike Dano. I immediately thought of all of us who took a stand and are standing up and are running for either state committee, for House of Reps, whatever have you, and just his circle.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because I'm like, if he surrounds himself with all like-minded people, and then we have really good people in the houses, and then we have really good people running for state committee.
Right.
Imagine what PA will be like.
Can you imagine people actually working together?
I know.
Against each other? Wouldn't that be great? Hey,
It's going to be amazing.
Together. Let's get it done. Let's work together. We'll move things along, and we can stop holding back progress in PA. It's what we need. We need people to step up to the plate, to run, to support what it's going to take to advance this state where it needs to be. There's other states out there that are doing so much better than we are.
Yeah, and we're the key to the rest of the nation.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why we're the Keystone State.
Right.
So we need to now it's time for us to take back our state.
Now it's time.
Fight back.
Amen.
And we would be that state that shines above
Absolutely.
every single other state in our nation.
Absolutely.
And the world.
We will make PA.
We will be the
great
talk.
again.
Yeah. Well, PA is a great state. There was talk of me running for other seats, but I wanted to stay home. I wanted to stay in my area. I didn't want to leave my area. I've been in Berks County my whole life. I don't want to leave Berks County. My heart is here.
You're crazy.
I know, but I grew up in Berks County.
So did I.
I don't want to leave my county because I don't want to let it go and abandon it with the people that are here. Maybe if I felt better about the people that were here, but like I said, over the 2 years, I've recognized that who is here to help and who is not. And I would not feel comfortable with the people that are here in politics leaving this county in their hands.
Yeah.
It's insane, and the amount of money that these people make and the kind of hours that they don't put in. Okay. I'm going to tell you this. And I think Doug has spoke about this too before. The hours that they don't put in for the amount of money that you're making and you're going to not be around, where are you and what are you doing? Your office is here. Okay. So you should be there. I'm sorry, but this isn't a part-time job. You got a full-time salary coming your way. You should be there. Whether it's 7 o'clock in the morning till 3:30, or you got 8 to 4 or 9 to 5, whatever, you should be there.
Yeah.
Or you should be able to be gotten a hold of. Okay, your secretary should be able to say, look, okay, we got a meeting. This is what do you want to take? What time? Okay, you scheduled. All right, I'll be in. Maybe you were out talking to your constituents. Okay, maybe you are doing something. Maybe you can't be there. You're talking to well, I know I would be talking to small business owners, or I'd be meeting parents and their PACs. And there's so many people that I talk to every day now as it is anyway. So there's plenty of places where I know I could go, but I always know I'm always reachable. And I would not duck out on a meeting. If there's a meeting coming and I know it, and there's parents coming to see me, I'm not going to say, all right, secretary, I tell you what, you take care of this. I tell you what, call me when they leave. Are you serious?
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
You could
Well, if you've seen your track record, you have been there, no matter what time of day, for anybody.
right.
And that proves that you're going to back up what you're saying. It's not just talk.
And you know that. How many times in the middle of the night in 2020 did we talk? 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 11 o'clock ran to 1 o'clock. How many nights did we talk about, can you believe this is happening? Can you believe this? Can you go with that? And no, man, I don't know. And, there's a lot of talking that went on in 2020 and 2021.
Trying to figure it all out.
Yeah.
And just, having each other to go, okay, well, at least I'm not crazy and I'm not the only one thinking this way. And that early on in 2020, I think we try to forget or, because we don't want to remember how bad it really was.
Right.
And there are certain things that come up that I remember when COVID originally hit on March 13th and my kids came home from school, and I remember going, this has nothing to do with COVID. Nothing. You watch, you wait, and you see what unfolds, because this is about control.
Yeah.
Something bigger is happening right now, and I can feel it in my spirit. And that day, my kids looked at me like I had like 3 heads. They're like, yeah, okay, Mom, like, what are you talking about? Like I was crazy.
Yeah.
Ethan was the oldest. He came along first. He started catching on. Then it was Carissa, and then it was Caden. So it went from my oldest to my youngest to my middle, finally getting it. But it didn't take super long, which was good. It felt long at the time, because our first rally was what, April 20th? And then May 15th? I think that's what it was. April 20th, and then May 15th was the next one.
There were so many rallies.
Reopen PA, it came out first.
Mm-hmm.
But that's actually how I met you, Dave, in Reopen PA, in that group.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like at first, it's like you were like one of my only friends.
Got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. I can go back to 2020, and I can remember me thinking, I'm going to do something, but I don't know what it is. But I know when I'm going to do it, it's going to be big. It's going to be something. And it took some time, but eventually, we did come out with something. We did do something for a short period of time, for a few months there. We got off of that train wreck, and we started our own thing, and it took me from a month to figure out what it was the next step. The next step at the end of 2020, there was Pennsylvania opening businesses, defying the governor, which when we started, that grassroots group shot up to 86,000 people, was a huge success. When you have that many people that were saying, yeah, man, we're with you. This isn't crazy. What's going on? How many more businesses where's the list of businesses that we can see, with PALockdown.com? Where is it? We want to go to these places, and these are the only places that we want to go. And it was a huge success. People wanted to support people who wanted to stay open, and they wanted to defy the governor because they hated him so much. They wanted to be free. They wanted to go places. They wanted to say, up yours, Wolf. We're going to live life, and that's how it's going to be, whether you like it or not. Mm-hmm. You're not a king. You're a governor, and you should be governed by the people. And that's how it is. Doug is right when he says that. You work for the people. You don't work for yourself,
But he's the same person that can travel to Florida when Pennsylvania is locked down. Florida wasn't locked down.
That, right?
Pennsylvania was locked down. But he's the one that went to Florida.
He came up with that shiny coat on his head. Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah, that was lovely, right? That was not a Pennsylvania sunburn. That was Florida.
Yeah, that's not a Pennsylvania sunburn. I could tell you that right now, And then where he was off to Hawaii to see his daughter get married,
Mm-hmm.
He feel free to roam the country, as the commercial says. But what it didn't tell you was only if you're a dictator, only if you can do this, but your people can't. Now, those days are long behind us. We put that behind us. The dark days like that are gone. Uh, Thanks to people like Doug pushing stuff like that. I couldn't. Uh, God, I can remember the first time I met Senator Doug. I was like, "You met him before I did, Ange. You met him before I did," and I was so upset with you when you said, "Yeah, I got my picture. Here's the picture of Doug." Like, really, really. You're so upset
I
about
forgot about that. You're right.
because I was like, man, I got to meet this guy. My son's in the military, and he's the same thing as Doug. He's in military intelligence.
I
And
think
talk
wasn't that the one where where we reopened Heidi's Diner in Lebanon?
ISIS. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I,
Yeah.
I could
So
I couldn't get there, and I was so mad that I couldn't make
Pisces.
that. And I'm like, "Ugh."
Didn't I call you when I was there or something?
Yeah, you did. Haha, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, you met him before I did. I think it was still another 2 weeks, 3 weeks after you met him till I got to meet him. And and I kept saying, I gotta meet this. I gotta meet him. I gotta meet him. Uh, Doug was stationed in Fort Stewart, Georgia. My son stationed in Fort Stewart, Georgia. He was comforting to talk to at Valley Forge when we went to Convoy. I got to talk to Doug, and my son was just shipped out from Georgia over to Germany and Poland. And Doug told me, well, he's in good hands. I was down there in Fort Stewart in Georgia. He's attached to the 3rd Infantry. It's a good infantry. And Teddy was helpful too later that day. He talked to me about it. He goes, these guys have been there. So you want to surround yourself with people who have been there, especially Colonel, and especially Teddy, Purple Heart guy there. That are going to tell you, look, he's in good hands. Don't worry, things are going to be okay. It's going to work out. That's reassuring to me as a father with a son that's in there, and these guys telling you, look, he's in good hands. Things will be fine. Don't worry. And I know them telling me is comforting, and they know that it doesn't make it go any easier on you. But yes, it helps. It does help to have them talk to you and bring you down off of that. This is the kind of people that we have that are running for these seats. They're not just they're I don't know how to make people understand. They're caring people. They actually care about people. They do. They don't care about big business. They're not the establishment guy. They are people who care. They're thoughtful. They want to do good things. They're not out there with a smile, and they're not out there living in somebody's basement, having mommy do their laundry and cook their meals and do their soup in the microwave. These guys actually have lived life, um, not just to mention, the smear campaigns that go on against them, but that's the only way that you're going to get at them if you try to trump stuff up. Intended, Mr. 45. But this is the way it is. It's you. If you can't come at them and try to dirty them, why would you want to dishonor two very good veterans that served their country? Why would you do that? Okay.
And that's why I was bothered so much by that one candidate last night who was doing that to Doug. And I said, why?
Yes.
You have no other platform to run on. So this is the only thing that they have is to smear another candidate.
That's right.
And to publicly call him a really bad name. Right. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That proves to you who you're going to be once you're in office. That's not gaining you votes. That's losing you votes.
Right. But look at where they're from. Okay. Look at where they're coming from. Okay. So you have to take that into account. Look at the background. Look where they're coming from. Look at age. Look at inexperience. Here's another thing. I'm not saying that younger people shouldn't get more involved in politics. You absolutely should. You should. You really should. Younger people that are old enough to vote, they need to get more involved in who's running, who's being elected, what's going on in your county, what's going on in your state, what's going on in your country. Okay, these are things that the 18-year-olds, the 25-year-olds right now, they don't care. They don't care. You know when they're going to care? Go shut down their clubs again. Then they're going to care. That's the only way to get through to them because it's the only thing they care about. Yeah. But let's get back to the smearing. When you have to smear somebody's campaign, I urge anybody to smear me. Go ahead and smear me because I know where I've been the past 2 years. I I can prove to you, I got places, I got owners, I got packs, I got people. Bring it. I can tell you where I've been. I don't just go out to a restaurant in the past 8 months and say, "Oh, look at here I am." Look at these owners. I can go back when we weren't even supposed to be standing in those places, and I can not get a photo with one owner, but I could prove you a photo with about 50 to 60 owners in one place. Okay, so don't tell me you're out fighting for small businesses when you're down the street, after everything's pretty cleared up and you're there. Okay, I just place here. I don't want to hear it. Get into trenches. It's your job. Maybe you don't think you're making enough money, then don't do the job. Maybe you're afraid of what was going to happen to you. Maybe you thought you were going to die because you got COVID. Then don't do the job. Don't run for the job. Okay. The job is demanding. The job is, you're a public servant. You're here to serve the people. That is it. You're not here to serve somebody else's big business. Okay. The people who are going to fill your campaign full of thousands of dollars. That's not how it works. You're here to work for the little guy, for the homeowners, for the older people who are worried about property taxes and losing their homes. You're here to fight for election integrity. You're here to fight for life. You're here for what these people want you to speak up about. That's why you're here. You're not here for your own agenda. And you're here to support the governor, okay, lieutenant governor, that are out here to make the difference and do better for this state. So if you're not here for that, go home, stay home. Don't run. Don't show up for the primary. Don't go out and waste people's times of getting signatures. We're past that already, but don't waste it. Don't take away from what people are doing. There's good candidates out here. There's good candidates that they're going to be on the ticket coming up. Those are the ones you need to seek out. Those are the ones you need to show your support to, not the ones that are saying, well, we just got $20,000 from so-and-so. Okay, wait a minute. Who's so-and-so? And where did that money come from? Did it come from some establishment? And what establishment was it? Was it the teachers union? Was it over here? Did it come over here from, say, big business? Where is the money coming from? That's what you guys can look. You can look it up. Right up on it's public knowledge. I went up and looked at my opponents where he's getting money from. It's not good. I can tell you that. You look at where the money's coming from and you're like, well, I can see why he votes for red flag laws. I can see why he votes for this. He's getting $20,000 here, $20,000 there. You're paid for. You're paid for. You're going to say, no, that's donations and I don't know. No. When people give you that kind of money, they expect you to sway things their way. They expect you to go in there and vote for it. Now, these guys will lie out their teeth. Okay. They'll lie out their teeth about this stuff, but it's the honest to goodness truth. They would rather be out on the golf course. Ask Doug this. He'll tell you. They would rather be out on the golf course. They would be either out dithering, about whatever it is other than what it is they're elected to do. Okay. They'd rather be out doing anything else but what it is they're being paid to do. That is what we're up against. We're up against establishment, not just myself, but other people that are running in races. Doug has said this. The people who are gonna, the people who don't think that they can win a race are the people that should run for a seat. I remember him saying that at a rally, and I remember me thinking, yeah, I don't think I would run in a race. Hello. You are.
See?
You know what I mean? I don't think I could win a race. Hello. Here we are.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me again how I don't think I could win. I can win. I can do this. I can get this, just on alone of my 2-year status of what I've done and proven myself that I am a voice, that I do use my voice, that I'm not going to hide. There's no place that I would want to hide. You people, I've stuck up for you guys this long. I'm not going to stop now. I wouldn't stop now. I would take calls just like Senator did, just like Doug did. Take the calls. That's what you're here for. It may not be in your area, but if you can help somebody, if somebody knows enough that you're that fighter, whether you're in that county, whether you're in in Angela's county, or whether you're all the way up in Rachel's county, or whether you're back here in my county. But if they know that you're a Senator Mastriano and that you're a fighter, and if they call you and you say, I'm gonna look into it, and you do look into it,
Mhm.
that's what they want. They're
Yeah.
not getting it where they're from. They're not getting, they shouldn't have to go out of their areas, but they do. And I know I'm a perfect example of that, that I had to go out of my county to get help,
Mhm.
Yeah.
to get heard. That should never happen. That should never happen. And that alone is a reason not to vote,
For these people
I
again.
put in.
Yep.
Where were you?
Where were you?
Other-
Why didn't you help? And you were absolutely right when you were saying that about Doug.
Yeah.
My senator didn't help at all with anything. So having to go outside of my district to reach out to a senator who's 2.5 hours away for help, that speaks volumes. And the fact that his office, Eddie, is more than willing to help somebody who's 2.5 hours away because their own senator won't, that speaks volumes to his character.
And
You're
that's why we
absolutely
kept calling him the people's senator,
Mhm.
the senator of Pennsylvania. Like he was the one that was out fighting. He was the one that was taking the stand.
Yeah.
And we're going to stand by that. We're going to all stand together and fight together. And
Yeah.
everybody has their own way to fight.
They do.
Everybody has their own way to get out there.
They do. They do.
I mean, it's not just, like you felt Dave called to run for state rep.
Yes.
You
I did.
know,
I felt that there was a
but
need.
everybody's called to do different things to be able to pull together and fight.
Yeah.
And we have to just remember that it's coming together, it's fighting, it's speaking our voices.
Yeah. It
and,
is.
and not just that, but then taking action outside of that. What are we going to do to lead by example and fight?
Yes.
It's as simple as Rachel, when in the beginning, when we were like, no, we're going to go support these businesses. No, we're not going to put a mask on. We are going to continue to walk as free people. We are going to lead by example. We're going to take action, and we're going to make sure that these small businesses stay open. That is action. That's a part of a small action that it wasn't hard to do. If you were scared, then stay home. If you were scared, fine, put a mask on. But we stood for freedom the entire time, and we continued to fight.
And the one that we have on the call now, Dave, has
Yeah.
been out there vocal and been fighting for
He's
us.
been out there at all different kinds of small businesses and restaurants.
I love it the way that they say that and Doug could probably he can attest to this, that we're against it. We're not against anything. What we're against, if we're against anything, would be being told what we have to do. We want to have the choice to have to put a mask on or not.
That's right.
We're not telling anybody that they can't wear it. If they want to wear it, wear it. I've always been that way. I've never gone in anywhere and said, we're dead set against you. You have to put it on, or you don't have to wear it. No.
Because we're not those people. At the other side are the ones that have been doing that.
Right.
It's not about that. It's about freedom of choice, freedom
Right.
to choose.
Right.
We live in the United States of America,
Mhm.
which has the freedom to choose.
Right.
We have the freedom to choose. So the moment a tyrannical governor comes in, we can overthrow them.
Yeah.
We have the right to do that. The reality is that people don't know the Constitution. I'm not saying I know it, word for word. Doesn't matter. You should know the basics of that Constitution and what your rights are and what they aren't.
Right.
Oh, I get so fired up.
I'm good at getting people fired up. I'm good at making people like, yeah, now I want to get out there and fight more. Yeah, but you still can. There's still plenty of things to stand up for. I mean, the things we stood up for over the past 2 years, still stand up for those things. Still support those small businesses.
That's right.
Still support those school packs, because what we did here in Berks is a great thing with school packs. We got all the school packs together here in Berks. I love this. I got to see this. I got to help start this. I got to be a part of something that's huge here in Berks. We got all the packs together. We got people who didn't have packs together to get in their school districts to come and form one big one. Yeah. So when I say there's a fence around Berks County, there's a fence around Berks County, ladies. There's a fence around here with school boards, parents, ladies, men. There's school board people that are out there that are not just interested in their school boards anymore. They want to know what's going on in their county. They want to know what's going on in their area in the county. They want to know everything. They're stepping up and they want to be involved in more than just schools. They want to be involved in what's going on and what our representatives are doing, what our senators are doing, what our congressmen are doing, what our governor's going to do, what our lieutenant governor's going to do. These people have now stepped up.
And I'm happy to hear that, because that wasn't like that. I mean, I know I moved several months ago, back in August. I'm in Lancaster County now. And it was just a dark place in Berks.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think what's interesting, we got 3 different counties on here.
Mm-hmm.
You got Lehigh.
We got Berks, Lehigh, and Lancaster.
Right. Yeah, you do. You know, and
but we're all a part of the same state and the same fight.
We are.
Exactly. And who brought us all together?
You moved out, Aunt. You would have been in my district.
I know.
You would have been in my district. You would have been one of my constituents, but that's okay.
Well, you know, if we were on the other side, we could vote no matter what. It wouldn't matter.
Right.
She went there.
It doesn't matter if I was in County, I could vote in Berks, right?
Even if you were dead, you could vote for me, right?
He went there.
Yeah.
I'd be good.
Yeah. It's a great day. It's a great time now to be alive. It's a great time to shine. It's things are good right now. You know, yes, it's very stressful. There's a lot of stress involved. There's a lot of, you know, it's no different than running a grassroots group, you know, with the great team that I have over there. You know, I brought those, you know, some of those guys over with me in a campaign situation where I need them. You know, these people are near and dear to me. These are my fighters. You know what I mean? You got to keep these people involved with what you're doing because they know you better than anybody. You know, the fight continues. We move on. We take our voices to a higher level. We take it to Harrisburg. Instead of taking it to Harrisburg in a rally, we get an office there. Yes. And then everybody gets to come and visit me.
I know.
We will.
I get to sit in your chair.
You know, everybody gets to come and visit me, and everybody else who stood up, who got elected, all these true patriots that stood up, got elected. There's so many out there that are running for committee. There's so many. There's Nicole Weeks out there that's running. There's Mike Dano that's running. You know, there's of course Teddy and Doug that are running. There's the list goes on and on. There's Donna Merritt here who's running for committee. There's so many people.
Teresa.
Yeah, Teresa. You know, look, I saw her up at the Capitol. I was up there waiting for my my receipt, you know, that, hey, I'm on the ballot. You know, I was waiting for that. And here comes Teresa, right? And I said, Teresa, all right, I've already been here for 2 hours. Where you been? You know, I'm on my own, you know, Justin is back at home. He couldn't get away. You know, my mom has our daughter. And, you know, I had a hotel. I got in late. I'm like, you're a hot mess. You're a hot mess. I don't know if I should do this now. Teresa, I love you. You know I love you. You know I absolutely love you. And she was, well, I want to go over to the rally. I don't want to miss the rally. I was like, all right, Teresa, some things are a little more important than the rally. You need to file. She goes, well, I can come back, right? I can come back. I can file, and then I can leave. You know, I think I'm just going to get so far, and then I'm going to leave and come back. She left. She did leave and did file and went back. I had already gone. So I missed, look, sitting up there I think I was there from 8 o'clock in the morning, and I went over to catch Doug at his event that he had at the Medical Freedom Rally that day. Let me tell you, cold. Bless his heart for being out there and all them people standing there that day. Because I went up, I gave him a little salute. I stayed for about a half an hour. I'm like, okay, I'm frozen. I got to go. But it was a good rally. I was happy that I was up there, that I could pop over while I filed my petitions. But Teresa did. She left. She went over. She was filming it. She was over there with her camera. And I saw Valerie over there, and I was standing with her and her husband. Teresa said, I didn't see you over at the rally. I said, I saw you. You were sitting on the ground. I was behind Valerie and her husband. And I left because I wanted to get home. It was what a nerve-wracking time. I'm just telling you that petition signing and all that was nerve-wracking. And I just wanted to go home, sit down and go, it's over. But Yeah, she actually, after the rally and hanging out with Doug and going to the Capitol, get more photos with Doug. There's another photo bomb opportunity. So she goes over there, and then she went back over, and she was still there. She was probably one of the last ones there, filing her petitions to get on committee. And I thought, girl, you have got to be tired. She got in late Sunday night and was up early Sunday morning. And then she was going to rush in. I thought, she goes, what time are you going there? I said, well, I'm going to be there 8 o'clock. I'm leaving my house 6:30. I want to get up there. I want to get in. I want to get out. Which of course it's politics. So you don't never get in and get out. And then, she caught me. She left. I said, well, I'm going to come over to the rally.
Yeah, but you don't ever get in and get out anywhere you go, Dave.
You're
It's
right.
true.
Politics or not.
You're right. How many cold meals I ate or I didn't even get to eat that hey, you gotta eat. Yeah, I'll get there. You want to talk to as many people as are there to see you.
Mhm.
I want to quick mention that when we were up at the convoy in Valley Forge, there was a young lady and her mom that came up to talk to me. There was other people that came up to me, but this young lady, 14 years old. Okay, now my daughter was there with me that day, and I asked her how old she was, and she goes, "Well, I want to know how to get more involved." And I said, "Well, how old are you?" She said, 14. I said, "Funny, my daughter's 14. She started getting involved when she was 12, whether she liked it or not. She didn't have a choice. She was drugged from rally to rally to rally to meet everybody, to speak, and then to listen to the other speakers until they were done." And I said, "Look, if you want to get involved, you have to start something. You have to take a chance." I took a chance. I rolled the dice to see how it would work out. I'm not saying everybody's gonna their stuff is gonna take off like mine did. I hope it does, but it was a once in a lucky chance that happened. So take it and just launch it. If you start something, think of what you're going to name it. Don't worry what you call it. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm the perfect guy for that because I gave my grassroots group the longest name out there. And I said, be original, get more of your friends that are your age involved, reach out to senators, representatives, reach out to me, by all means, invite me to like your page. I'll like it. And if I can help you in any way, I will help you. I thought it was fantastic that people that age are interested.
Yes.
I said, Doug is here. Talk to Doug. He'd be a great guy to talk to, and talk to whoever else is here. I think Ron Vogel was there. Russ Diamond was there. Talk to these guys. They'll help you get involved. They'll help you. And you know what? They may even like your page. You just never know. Great girl. I've brought a couple of girls up to speak at rallies when I've done rallies. I figure, what better way than to bring these young ladies up and let them tell their story instead of me telling it for them. Let it come right from the girls' mouth of what they felt like, how they were treated in schools and what they were forced to do because they weren't going to mask up. I had a girl from Fleetwood come up with me. I had a girl from Schuylkill Valley come up with me. Great girls, fine girls. These girls are going to do great things in their lives. I hope they stay politically active. I hope that they use this platform. I know the one girl, the rally we were at, Kathy Barnett was there, and she had a good rapport with Kathy. I hope that she stays in touch with Kathy because her and Kathy seem to hit it off. I hope that works out. I hope they stay in touch. Keep it going. Keep paying it forward. If it is the way to pay it forward, that you start your own grassroots group as a child and you want to make things happen, you want to make a difference, you want to know what it is, go to rallies, do your own rallies, go to the overpasses, go to your local GOP, see how you can get more involved with that stuff.
Exactly.
Reach out to your senators, representatives, maybe even your next governor or lieutenant governor.
There you go.
Help you because
It's so cool that we're all friends with the next governor.
Isn't that cool to say?
Yes.
Friends with the governor.
I'm friends with the governor.
Yeah, it is. It is. And not many people can say, I'm friends with Tom Wolf.
Nope.
Or
admit it. They don't want to admit it.
Who would want to say that, or I'm friends with little Josh Shapiro, here's the photo. You can't even see the top of his head. And this is me, but that's him. It's like standing next to a midget or whatever. But it's just people want to be surrounded by good people.
Mhm.
It's like I wish I could have watched Doug's thing last night. I didn't have the opportunity, but I'll go back and watch it today that I have time. Um, but it sounds to me like he and I say the same things, but
Yes.
that shows that we're on the same page, and that we kind of have the same ideas and we're for the same things.
That's right.
We're like-minded patriots. So I just would love to see more people get active, get from behind the screen, get out, vote in your primaries. Okay, that is where we're going to need the most push. Vote. The primaries mean so much because your vote has to count for the person that you want it to go to. If you don't get out and vote in these primaries, you let people walk away with things they shouldn't. That's another important thing I wanted to make sure I got out there. The primary is so important. This is going to take you into who is going to be on that ticket come November.
That's
And we
right.
want the right person on the tickets in November. So
Awesome.
Exactly.
We're gonna end this in a second. So Dave, I want you to cover the date of when the primaries are, because I feel like a lot of people aren't even sure what's going on. I keep getting asked that question. So the date, and then again exactly what you're running for and in what county.
okay. So the primary is May 17th this year. That's the primary date. So you want to make sure you're well registered ahead of time before that happens.
And you also need to be registered as a Democrat or Republican. If you're registered as an independent, you cannot vote in the primaries.
And in the primary, you have to stick with your party. Republicans can only vote for Republicans, and Democrats only Democrats. But that's how that works. And independents, there's never an independent there to vote for. So, yeah, you get shut out of the primary. So if you want to vote and you're an independent, switch your party over to Republican or Democrat, whichever you prefer. Democrat, if you prefer. I guess I could say that. It's not that I prefer that, but if that's what they prefer. This gives you an opportunity to vote in your primary election if that's what you so wish to do. Um, I'm running for state representative in the 5th district in Berks County. It's daveforddistrict5.com. I just got my signs I'm going to pick up today. So we got 4x8s like Doug has. We have the smaller signs just like Doug has. It says fighting for the 5th on it, I believe. So we have those.
That's so awesome.
So we have our webpage, which is Dave for District 5. So those are all things that you can go and check out. So that's where we are.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then are you going to be at any public event soon where people come and see you and meet you?
I'm going to be with Teddy Daniels this Sunday in West Reading.
Okay. Oh, nice.
There is I'm bringing Teddy out to West Reading, across from the West Reading Tavern, Ange, at the ballroom there. He's going to be at the Olympian Ballroom in West Reading. So come on out and meet Teddy Daniels. I'll be there. Mark Woodward from the West Reading Tavern is my co-host because he helped lock down the ballroom. And thank you to the Olympian Ballroom, and thank you, Mark Woodward, for helping out with that. Appreciate it very much. And I know Teddy does because Teddy has not been to Berks yet, so we're bringing Teddy into Berks. So our next event is Sunday in Berks County with Teddy Daniels, 3 to 5.
3 to 5. Please come out and meet Teddy Daniels and Dave Pulaski.
Yeah, there is something out around Facebook. I have it posted on my page for people who are interested in coming. That it's out there. It has the address on it. It has the dates, the times, everything you need.
Awesome. There we go. Thank you so much, Dave, for coming on. We appreciate it. And thank you for letting everybody know what you've been up to, what you've done for us, and why they should vote for you.
By so fast, right? Hour and 10 minutes goes by so fast, right?
I didn't realize it was that long. Oh my goodness.
It goes by.
It's really late.
Yeah.
It really is. Oh my goodness.
When you get good freedom people on here and they're talking and they fire people up, it goes by so fast, and you're like, there's so much more to cover, so much more to talk about that we didn't even touch on. But thank you, ladies, for bringing me on. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You too. Thank you, Dave.
See you later.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye, Dave.
Yep. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. We love you.
All right. So speaking of small businesses, I just want to, this is really, you'll see it on the bottom of the screen. For so long, I prayed to fight for small businesses. I wanted to fight. I wanted to help in a different way and help them save money, especially now. Think about all of the businesses right now that are paying these inflated prices. These inflated prices that, I mean, it blows my mind how much these businesses are paying for things like chicken or, any kind of meat, right? So the reality is that prices are going up, and we can help small businesses eliminate their credit card processing fees, supporting local. I was working with a business the other day, and I love how Dave's still watching in the background. Hi, Dave. We should have left him on.
We should have. And Teresa came on. Teresa,
Hold on
did you
a
get us
minute.
mention you?
Please brought him back on.
And Teresa even says, "Love you, Dave."
Awesome. We just brought him back on because he was just sitting in the corner watching.
You put him in timeout. You're like, you're done with the show. You're in timeout.
You know what I was doing, ladies? I was going back through because I was looking at the comments to see who was on and see who was reading. Hi, everybody. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Dar. I saw you guys were commenting. It's good to see you guys. I don't see Dar nearly enough as I we used to when we would go down towards her area. But there was a lot of good times, a lot of good memories with Dar. Teresa, yes, I did mention Teresa. I mean, I'll tell you what, she's awesome. You know what? She's away doing events with Doug, and her people back in Washington are passing petitions for her to go run for state committee, and she doesn't even know it. And I looked at her pile of petitions, and I'm thinking, you didn't even know this was going to happen? I'm like, you're in. You got this. How can you say no? You can't say no, Teresa. You have to take the call. The call is here, girl. You got it. So, yeah, I just want to say hi to everybody who was commenting. It was I did look at the comments. I didn't get a chance to read them all, but I did want to see who was here, who was saying hi. It's yeah, and as Dara said, I was attacked personally. It's true, it happened.
Yeah.
There was there's a few months, Ange, as you know, and you too, Rachel, that when we started this, that I've completely blacked out, that I don't even acknowledge those months anymore because of certain situations that I had there. But I met a lot of good people there, and a lot of those good people came over to us. A lot of those people followed us. A lot of those people didn't leave us. They still stayed friends, stayed in contact, and we won some good people over on that situation. But good times there. There were good times and bad times for sure. You both know that. But we were like a phoenix rising out of the ash. We burnt down, but when we came back, ladies, we came back better than ever.
Yes.
And look at us. We stayed strong, and we have some kind of movement here that we've been able to hold on to and carry over now, all the way over into elections now. I mean, ladies, be proud. You guys were part of this. You guys had your shows. You did things. You met a lot of great people along the way. It's a movement, and it's things are beautiful. It's a good time to be alive.
And that's why I said, everybody fights in their own way. I mean, I started this morning show with FC a long time ago. This was back in, we started with where did all the toilet paper go? Like, it was like this idea.
I remember that. I remember that.
Big show there.
It was huge. But everybody was home, like.
Yeah.
What do we do? What do we talk about?
Yeah, we just watch videos. But we started it and we continued for a little while, and then we went our separate ways. Rachel became a part of this and the show, and of course I stopped it for months. There was a lot of censoring going on, and my whole life literally changed. I mean, I took my house up for sale. I picked up, I moved. I felt led to come out here in the Lancaster County, and I have met some incredible, amazing people out here, freedom fighters here. And
it's a good area. It's a good area.
It is a very good area.
In the Lancaster, Lebanon, there's a lot of good people all over. And Rachel, how many places have we been?
Yeah.
that we've reached out and we've met so many great people, and there's so many places to go and so many people that just happy to see you when you get there. Uh, and they just want to talk to you and they want to know what's going on. What have you done? Where are you going next? And how can we keep in contact? And when will you be back? So, uh, you guys were part of that. Oh, back then, how did we get to meet Teresa, for God's sakes? You know what I mean? How did we get to meet Dar, for God's sakes? These people we met over on, you know, in that blacked out area. We met them there, and we moved on, and they came over to the other side. And they came out of the blacked out area and came over, and we moved forward with those people. Good people, all good people. You have to attach yourself with good people. I said that before. I keep saying it because this is where people will recognize you for who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Not what you have or anything like that, but who you are. We had nothing. You ladies know that. When we started out in these things, we had nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. And people were like, they stood, they wanted help. They reached out for help. We gave them help.
Yeah, pretty much.
We didn't come with lots of money and say we're going to, these people stood up themselves, wanted to make their paycheck. They didn't want a handout. They wanted to make their money. They didn't want the politicians to say, here, give us a check. Can we have that stimulus package? Can we have that PPE money? The people we supported did not want that money. They wanted to pay their own bills.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
They, and Doug stood with those people as well. These
Yeah.
people wanted to pay their bills. They didn't want handouts. They were good American, hard-working people.
And that's the thing that was frustrating. You could have these big box stores open, like Target and Walmart and all Home Depots and Lowe's and all of these places, right? They were considered essential, but your small business wasn't essential.
Right.
And that really had me ticked with the people that were, you could spread COVID. Well, what's the difference?
Yeah.
There is no difference. These small businesses need to not be shut down.
Right.
And that's exactly when I started, it's so funny, Dave. I wanted to continue to help small businesses, but, at the same time, it was like I had to revamp my life. And when I got involved with merchant services, by the way, it is a very tainted industry. I'm finding out very quickly that there are way too many businesses that are doing merchant services that are ripping off small businesses. So I started developing this new compassion over, no, you know what? No, I'm changing the industry, just like we're changing the state, just like we're changing the country, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to lead with integrity.
Yeah.
So now that's hard to do. But the good news is that I'm great with people. I love people, building relationship with people. And you can tell just that genuineness that comes across, and I connect very well with people. Mm-hmm. Which you all know that. I mean, we all connect very well with each other. And Dave, you're the same way. You can just go in and just create a conversation and you build that trust and relationship.
Sure.
Rach, same thing. I mean, we are all that way, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But to know that I can actually help small businesses in a different level,
Exactly.
at a different capacity, even though originally I'm like, I really don't like doing this. And I kicked and I screamed, same thing with when I was told what I needed to sell my things and follow me, what? You follow God's voice in the direction that he's meant to take, that you're meant to go. Mm-hmm. And yes, I'm in the process of getting my insurance license. I put it on the back burner a little bit, but there are two things that I have been feeling led in a different way. And one of the things is to help still fight for these small businesses to not have to worry about, listen, they've lost so much money. They don't need to get ripped off by these high credit card fees. There's a business in Lebanon right now that is paying between $37,000 and $47,000 a year in credit card processing fees. When I saw that and the amount of volume that they run is I don't know, on average, 110,000 or more per month.
Wow.
You're paying that much per year in processing fees. That is insane.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So to help to be able to be in a position to help save them and eliminate those processing fees at the convenience of a customer using their credit card. Listen, you know who pays for the convenience? I'm sorry, I need to go here because it pertains to small businesses, and a lot of people think, oh, but it's just a business, it's what you do. No, this is deeper than that, because we need to understand that when the rewards on our credit cards,
Yeah.
do you know who's responsible to pay those rewards? Small businesses.
Oh.
They
So you get a
pay.
reward. Here's your reward. 45-inch TV. You get small businesses pick up the tab for that.
So what happens is that those rewards, like the travel rewards and the cash back rewards, small businesses pay that reward for you to use your convenience of your credit card.
Oh, that's wrong.
They're responsible for that. Not Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, not your Capital One, bank, any of the banks.
Makes
No,
sense. They don't want to put anything more out of their pocket than they have to.
So this is the thing. Dave, Deluxe Restaurant, they charge a convenience fee when you use a credit card.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because it's the convenience of the consumer using their credit card. It's a choice. Why should the small business owner have to pay that?
Right. No, I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I feel about my small businesses. I love my small businesses. So
my point is I go here because it's now that I see it on this end, and I see what these other credit card processing companies are doing to small businesses, and to top it all off, there are all these hidden fees, and they're ripping small businesses off.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need that. They don't deserve that ever. But especially since 2020, and you honestly can sit back and collect that paycheck, that billionaire that's sitting up there collecting all of these fees.
Yeah.
When you could be helping local, supporting local,
Right.
and we're not going to rip you off. The fees are the fees. This is what it is, straight out. And then you have the local support.
Yeah.
When there's something that happens, you don't have to call 1-800 number and go, press 1 for this, press 2 for that. You're sitting on hold. No, you pick up the phone and give me a call. I will be at your business, and let me take that weight off your shoulders, and you go run your business the way that you successfully run your business, and I'll take care of what I need to on our end to make sure that your processing goes smoothly.
And save, put the money, towards something else, maybe help improve your restaurant or whatever, Yeah, I get it.
Or, hire another manager.
Yeah.
If you need,
if you can find one. If you can find one.
Well, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole other ball game, right?
Did you
But whatever, put it back into your business, be able to have that extra money towards the inflation in prices with food instead of raising your prices. There's just so many things that we could be doing to help small businesses. And this is one thing that I felt God really pulling me towards and gravitated. I didn't understand it. I'm like, okay, well, why are you putting me in this tainted industry? Well, because you're supposed to make a difference.
Well, $47,000 a year is no small difference. That's a lot of money.
$37,000 to $40,000 a year, and that is just a business that is processing a little over $100K a month, $120K a month.
Wow.
This isn't even like, there's some $200-300K a month. Like,
Wow.
What are they paying?
Yeah, that's insane.
It's based on the volume.
It's so tough to be a small business owner because a lot of people don't care about you. You can go to Target or Walmart and get food. You can get your coffee. You can get whatever you need there instead of going down to the small guy who has the same stuff. You can get coffee there and whatever else you need there too. And you can probably get it a little more cheaper. And it's the same good product you would get there. I can't tell you the last time that I've walked in Walmart. I really cannot tell you. No, I lie. I can tell you the last time I walked in Walmart. It was Sunday.
Oh.
I go to Walmart to get a money order. I needed a money order. I had to go.
Okay, but you didn't buy what you could get at a small business. You got a money order. from
No.
Walmart.
No. It was Sunday. I needed it for my
That's what I mean.
Sunday. I needed
But
it
it's
for
not
my
like you
Sunday.
were out there
Yeah.
shopping at Walmart
No.
when you could be getting these things from small businesses.
I don't buy at Walmart, so I'm not that guy. You know, the more people I talk to, the more people are going small businesses, shopping at the farmers markets. You know,
Yes.
going there and getting their meats and saving money. You know, that's from farm to table there. You know, your farmers markets, which is great. You're getting fresh food. You're getting good product. It's not
Yep.
processed. You're not going through all the stuff that is if you go to the big grocery stores, you know, and more people keep telling me, well, I'm going to the farmers market. Good for you. Go there. Spend your money there. Give those people your money before you give it to people who don't need it. Let the other people go if you can't make them go, that have the robots washing the floors or calling 911 because there's somebody down in aisle 9 or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
let them go there. Spend your money into small business. Give these people your money. They've earned it. This is what keeps them coming all the time. So, you know,
That's right.
$47,000 a year is a lot of money, especially with these owners who have kids that want to go to college. Look at that college money there. A year, 47,000.
Look what you did, Dave. You made Angie go away.
No, I'm good. I had to plug my computer in. It was going to die.
And she's the one who brought me back on, and she's the one who got all fired up. So you can't blame this on me. This isn't me. This isn't me. She got all riled up. I'm just feeding the fire here. That's all. You want to talk small business? I talk small businesses all
See,
day.
Doug. Oh my gosh, Dave. I called you Doug. I can't. Dave will be the person to talk to about small business, and he will talk to you all day long about it.
Oh, I will. Yeah. These are great people. These are great people that are younger, or middle-aged, or older. They put their lives into these things. It's either their retirement or it's them supporting their new family that they've gotten, and the stories go on and on and on. You know, that I could tell you so many from so many different kinds of owners from businesses. The same thing goes with medical freedoms as well. You know, the nurses and the heartbreaking stories. You know, I'm going to lose my job, and what am I going to do? I'm like, oh God, I wish I could help you. I can't. You know, when it came down to those, you had to go higher than just the freedom fighter. You had to go as high as Doug is the guy you wanted to talk to. These politicians are the guys you wanted to get a hold of and say, I need your ear. You help these small businesses. Now you got to help me. I'm a nurse. I need to keep my job. I want to keep working. I shouldn't lose my job. You know, I had people in Tennessee reaching out to me. They're losing their jobs. Heartbreaking stories. And you want to tell them it's going to be okay, but you know it's not. And you don't want to lie to them. And they lose their jobs and they have to lose the profession and they go somewhere else to get a job. These are nurses. These are doctors. These are people. They deserve to be in the medical field. They don't deserve to be flipping pizza. You know, if you're a nurse,
right,
be a nurse. If you're a doctor, be a doctor. If you want to flip pizzas because you're in high school or college or an owner, go flip pizzas. But you can't take a nurse that cares for people there. And this is what they are and tell you, well, you're not going to get vaccinated. You can't work here no more. But you can go work somewhere else. Wait a second. You dedicated your life to helping people. You dedicated, you taken an oath as well as everybody else is. You want to be there to help that sick person. Is the next person next to you that willing to do that? This person's already done it. I would want that person that's been willing to do it all these years. Why would I take them out of that job? I would not do that. Go be a nurse. This is your ambition to do. Nobody told these people that, sooner or later you're going to have something that's going to tell you can't work in your profession anymore because you're not going to take a certain thing and put it in your body. And then people would have said at that time, what they said, my body, my choice. I have freedoms. Is this the way it is? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it is, unless it pertains to this. No. Okay, this is where we get back to Doug's dithering. You know, he likes to say the dithering.
Dither.
Stop that. Stop that.
Stop dithering.
Yeah, don't do that. You're a nurse. Be a nurse. You're a cop. Be a cop. You're an LCB guy. You're taking an oath. Don't go in here to these small businesses and try to tear their lives away from them. You have no right. You have no right to do that. Don't come in here and run as a politician and become a governor and tell everybody you're going to do as I say, not as I do. You know, these things don't work. Mm-hmm. These things are not the way it is. This is not what the forefathers built the foundation hall here in this state, okay, in PA, in Philly, where it started here in this Keystone State. This is not the ideas that they had. This is not at all the ideas that they had. Okay. So don't tell people that this is what they should be doing, because this is not what our forefathers were telling. This is not what George Washington had in mind when he was crossing the Delaware. I can tell you that. Oh,
Yeah.
man. You wait till these new centuries come around, man. They're going to have to get vaccinated or they ain't going to have jobs. He would have been the first one to get on that white horse and charge up there and say, you people are out of your mind. I'm going to raise an army and we're going to come after you. Now, who does that remind you of? Maybe a certain senator it might remind you of. Yeah, we're not going to put up with this stuff. We're not going to be told this. Your nurses, your doctors, you've been in there all the way. They needed these people when it really went down. And now you're going to tell me that you don't need them anymore? That's ruthless. You don't do that. You don't treat people like that. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I agree.
So,
All right. I have a 9:30. I'm late.
Oh, geez. Oh, sorry.
guys, I do apologize.
You're fine, Dave. I'm glad
We
we
brought you
have.
back on. Teresa said something about bringing you back at a timeout.
Yeah,
We brought him back
At
at a
some point.
timeout.
I was just sitting there trying to catch up on what people are now. There's 14 more. I have to go back to see what everybody was talking about. I need to catch
Then
up.
you can
Maybe-
respond to them.
Yeah. All right,
Since
ladies.
Teresa on here
All
too.
right.
Love you guys.
Bye, Dave. We love you, Big
too.
Bro.
See ya.
Love you. Bye,
See
Dave.
ya. Bye. I'll see you soon, Rach.
Yes, you will. We'll see you later. And
All
everyone
right.
have a great rest of your day.
You all have a
See you
great
later.
day. We'll talk to you guys soon. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.